We're going to move on to Tackle 5 now, and a really exciting final, Cal.
Yeah, and the reason the sniper's been invited back on the show is because I'm 18 quid up from last week.
Oh, you went for the banker, not the flyer.
Yeah, I went for the banker. You give us a tip last week, Tom Dearden, anytime try scorer. He scored well. He could have scored 4, couldn't he? What a final he had, and Sniper, what did you think of the Pacific final this weekend?
I thought it was good. I thought the Tongans stole the show. The Tongans, the Tongan crowd, the hymns, the colour.
Yeah. Hymns are incredible.
It really does. It just makes your spine tingle, and it makes us want more and more international rugby league.
Yeah, 100%.
So that was beautiful to watch. In terms of the game itself, it was probably less beautiful. It started off the way we thought it would. Tonga were in control. They had a really, really impressive start where their forwards were dominating. Fanua Blake and Taumalolo did really well through the centre, laid a platform. Katoa scored an early try, a really good finish in the right-hand corner.
Incredible finish.
And then, beautiful. And then when Fanua Blake and Taumalolo came off the pitch, the Kangaroos started to take control. So they were going left a lot more than we thought. So Tom Dearden was obviously under orders to pass way more than he normally does. Did you see them targeting the left edge?
Yeah, I remember you saying last week he's a bit of a ball hog, but I watched him. I thought he had an incredible game.
I couldn't take my eyes off him. I thought it was incredible.
100% under orders. He may look like the Milky Bar kid, but he had a great game.
I like anyone. Like being afflicted with no eyebrows myself. I like anyone that ain't got any eyebrows.
Yeah.
Just talking about,
he was great.
Talking about Dearden, do you think he's going to be in contention for Origin next year?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's definitely going to. I think he's going to be the starting 5'8", 100%.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I can't see anyone else other than him playing. Yeah. So, but I mean, we're not massive fans in our group of Dearden because we've seen him hog the ball so much. Yeah. He's not at the Cam Munster levels yet. You'd hope that he could be at some point in the future, but when you're that selfish, it stunts your creativity and it can really blunt the players on outside you. So had he been releasing the ball more, the Cowboys could have made it much further into finals. You'd have seen Murray Tuilagi score a lot more tries. He barely got any ball. He's a great finisher. Val Holmes, again, didn't get as much ball as he normally does. So, yeah, I think he's going to be sort of work on that. And it was impressive to see Mal Meninga tell him, pass. Let's open that left side up. So we saw Coates score on the left wing. We saw the Hammer score at left centre. Dearden didn't really try and go himself for a change. And then the rest of it was really the sort of Tommy Turbo show, which was, great to watch. What did you guys make of him?
I thought it was. I thought it was ace, and the Pacific Championship as a whole felt like it went up another level from last year. I mean, I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch it, and I wouldn't have done that if I wasn't super excited about it. So yeah, I got up early to watch it, and it didn't disappoint. I thought it was a really good game, and I think, like you said at the start of the call, it just whets the appetite for more international rugby league. And we've just got to hope the governing bodies are going to get their heads together and get some proper structure to international rugby, because it is the way forward. No matter how big the NRL is, no matter how big Super League is, we have to have more of these internationals. And I think the Pacific Championship next year it'll be awesome, and we're going to have the Ashes on as well to go with it. So yeah. Next year for International Rugby League feels like it's going to be a really big year, I think.
Well, my take on Turbo is I'd like just to sort of have one camera, like Turbo Cam, right? Because his sense of positioning, his injection of pace when there's a half break, a break, like someone offloads the ball or whatever, it's just lightning. He just seems to be in the right place, moving quicker than everybody else, at the right time, and obviously that leads to great tries.
Well, he played the centre role slightly different, didn't he? Because he did drift in field quite often looking for the ball. The commentary team sort of said he was, although he's in the centre position, because he plays full back as well, he kind of created a new role for himself where he was drifting in field. Look, it worked. I thought he's such a good player, so exciting to watch, and kind of felt like he was a level above everybody else on that field, I thought, the weekend.
Absolutely. So he does play that roaming role in Origin.
Yeah.
And he does it very, very well. But he's been injured the last few years. So he's just literally recovered from the damage that was done to his body in the finals. And he's come back looking better than ever. That roaming centre role is so difficult to mark. And he can pretty much do what he likes.
Yeah.
So it was very, very impressive. I thought Dylan Edwards was a little bit of a letdown. He's been playing pretty much broken for the last 2 or 3 months of the season. Dane Laurie had come in as fullback for the Panthers towards the end of the season. He was plugging holes, and I think they patched Dylan Edwards up. So if you don't watch Australian rugby league very often, either internationals or NRL, you haven't seen the best of Dylan Edwards. He is an absolute freak. So keep your eyes on him as well.
Yeah.
And he's so great to watch. So, yeah. Long may the internationals continue, guys. One quick thing, by the way, which I should have probably mentioned at the start. If you are looking at the bankers and the flyers, guys, we generally suggest if you're going to spend £10, probably have 70 or 80% on the banker and the remainder on the flyer, just so that you get your staking right.
Oh, right, okay.
Because people like to bet quite differently. Yeah, so the banker's, the main one. And then if we hit something for a fiver or something with a smaller stake, so be it. Well, we'll talk about that more, I guess, next season, guys.
Yeah, you weren't far off.
Pretty much done for now.
You wasn't far off with your flyer. I think, was it 2 points off landing that one as well?
Yeah, super close. We were looking good at half-time. Eli Katoa scored a late try. And I think ideally we'd have had one of the Australian kicks miss. But super close. Not bad value. We do tend to take try scorers more than anything else. So no doubt next season we'll hit a hat-trick or 3 so that we make sure that the kitty keeps growing and so that everyone's, having fun and gambling responsibly.
It's obviously, a great opportunity to talk about moving forward. So this, having the sniper involved in the show, we believe it brings a lot of depth. We love speaking to him, and he just talks on a different level to most fans of the sport because of just how he digs into the information and processes it all. And obviously, when we come back to do our prediction videos next year, we're going to have this section where the sniper will give you a banker, the flyer, like he said already, and it was incredibly close. Now, actually, I'm not much of a gambler, but it made for a really, really exciting match because all of a sudden you literally had a bit of skin in the game.
More invested.
Yeah, and you couldn't take that off the ball. Now, those bankers and flyers, they're just the tip of the iceberg, really, of the kind of information, the tips that he provides. So you can join the Sniper Club, and we'll post links to that later on. But if you're a member of our show, we're gonna obviously we record this show ahead of time. We're gonna release those 2 tips, the banker and the flyer, into the members area ahead of publishing it on YouTube. So if you want like first dibs on those tips alone, then join our membership. But if you want a lot more, and I'll give you an opportunity in a minute, Snipes, to to explain how it kind of works and what you do, then just consider joining the Sniper Club as well.
Yeah, that's great. So guys, I think the important thing is the odds aren't released on a Monday, so we've only got indications. So when we recorded last Monday, I said, guys, the odds will probably be around even money or so for Tommy Turbo.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, the next day he opened up at even money, which is great. So the odds will probably be around 3-1 on Hodgson Young. He opened up at 3-1. So you start to get a sixth sense for that sort of thing. So when we are looking ahead, the team news for Australia comes out on a Tuesday. So everything drops then. So we'll have some selections for the listeners, but we'll have to put out tissue prices or indication prices for them.
Yeah.
So that'll be something to look out for over the course of next season.